Savannah's city plan was laid out in 1733. General Oglethorpe brought this very unique model of the ward plan to the city, which was basically a kit of parts, a public square, and then lots that front that square for public buildings, churches and schools and civic buildings, and then lots that would support private buildings. And that unit was something that could be replicated. Walking through Savannah, it's a visual treat because you're surrounded by an architecture that is of very personal and human scale. So the slower you go, the more you see. And what that means if you're on foot is it's intensely walkable. The smaller the block, the more often you come to an intersection, an opportunity for choice and change, and it's an opportunity to take in the city. And then of course it's punctuated by the squares that create this tapestry of public space throughout the city. There's nothing to compare it to. Certainly nothing in the US.
Telfair Museums is the oldest public art museum in the South, and we were founded through the bequest of Mary Telfair all the way back in 1875. She founded this museum with the idea of bringing the best of the world's culture here to Savannah for people who might not be able to travel abroad, and I think that legacy endures today. Telfair Museums consists of 3 buildings, all of which are architectural wonders, and 2 of which are National Historic Landmarks. We have a major auditorium that allows us to present world-class programs and speakers from all over the world. And it also happens to be architecturally stunning with this wonderful glass facade that allows you to stand in our atrium and really feel as if you're outside in the middle of one of Savannah's most beautiful squares. About 80% of our visitors who walk in the door on any given day are from out of town, and that's something that we really take seriously. So it's our goal to provide them with exhibitions and with an experience that really reflects everything that Savannah is and can be.
Preservation is really at the core of what I think Savannah has to offer. The idea that our buildings, they're not relics from the past, but they're actually active and living things. As an educator at the Savannah College of Art and Design, we breathe this and live this and teach this every single day. In fact, out of nearly 75 buildings in Savannah, they are all historic structures that we use as our classrooms. They're not, in many cases, serving their original purpose as a building, but they're serving new purposes, new ideas. In that way, they remain not only beautiful, but relevant and vital. SCAD really uses the city as a living campus. And in a way, the campus is a living city. So the city constantly comes and goes as a muse for all of our students. We have 300 years of architectural history, living history, and we're making more even as we speak. But it fits within the context of this city. I think it represents the best possibility for how an American city can have a history and honor it, and yet continue to grow and evolve and change.